Welcome to a theological discussion about AI, and my name is Jonathan McCallum. Thank you for sticking around and watching the entirety of this video. It's not going to be a comprehensive walkthrough about how to use AI or the ethics of AI. I have made a bunch of videos about this topic. I hope that you will engage with me in a civil way in the comments there. And this will be on a variety of platforms for video, where you post videos. The first thing I think that is really interesting is the way that you can create stuff with AI so quickly. This is something I think we don't tend to talk about quite a lot. There's a lot of the kind of same conversational echo in the same points that are brought up, but I haven't heard this point brought up, that the toil, the trouble, the difficulty, the way of filming taking hours. I'm not talking about a professional movie crew here. I'm talking about just you taking the time to film something. And there is an immense sense of satisfaction, I think, to be gained when we actually do something that we love and we pour our heart and soul into it. The next area I think is actually how quickly the larger corporations through media and music are probably incorporating all of this into their workflow already. And I wonder if the average user of AI gets more feedback. What I'm wondering about this is how much is the movie industry just kind of sneaking AI into everyday filming, cutting costs and using that instead, increasing costs and electricity use in other ways, but cutting costs for themselves in not employing people. And then the same with the music industry. And then the average user who's posting AI. And I think everyone should be open to feedback, but I think the higher quality productions are easy to hide that AI was used, and maybe you have to go very deep into the credits. Now I'm going to play a few things that are mimicking or repeating Christian words with music, and you could say this is worship. However, it's generated from AI, so I want to be careful not to kind of box that in for anyone to say this is worship music, or you may not agree with the lyrics, you may not agree with the type of music. Those things are probably things that we could talk about. So the first song is inspired by John. In the beginning was the Word, and I think it sounds quite nice. I've heard positive feedback so far about it. The next clips are actually from Sora 2, which is just the start of, I think, a whole new social media, which is probably not going to be very healthy if you're scrolling it. You're seeing some country style music. It's a style, a format with Christian lyrics. Does it look real? Does it sound real? Well, kind of, yeah. And I think that is where we could return to the amount of effort that is going into this. If it's only generated, in this case, from a single prompt, from a few seconds of me typing on a keyboard, then the quality is amazing for that. However, there is something lacking in the process, and maybe that's the area we can focus on in the next video, the process of creating and how that is something that we learn from. And if everything is instantly given to us, then what did we learn? Probably not too much, and probably we're raising a bar without having the process under our belt. Anyway, yeah, let's look at that in another video. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments. Bye for now.
He wrote love in the sky with the sunrise, carved it deep in the grain of the timbered cross, said every soul's worth the miles and the scars, no matter